Right. So I debated on making this video, but I think it's worth talking about. The title implies a lot of things for this video. I could mention the attacks on free speech in the wake of Charlie Kirk's unalivement. I could mention the fear mongering that he did, or the blatant racism rhetoric that he used to get rich. I could mention all of that, but instead, I want to break it down to this. I did not like Charlie Kirk. But the fact is, on the evening of September 10th, a woman went to bed without her husband and 2 kids fell asleep without their father. To me, at least, as a father, the worst part about this are those 2 kids. Erica appears to have moved on rather quickly. I will not be naming them, but I will be referring to them as such. I'll start with the familiar territory, his son in mind. As a father, you feel a degree of responsibility to your son to teach him what it means to be a good man, to be kind but strong, empathetic, but also the ability to draw boundaries. Hardworking, but the ability to take a minute to breathe and enjoy the day. It's hard to find balance in life, but I hope my son grows up and he will learn these things from me and his mother. What it means to be a decent man, and I'll always be in his life. But with Charlie gone, his legacy will mostly fall to audio clips of his worst moments. His son won't have a father to talk to, but instead a screen to watch of his dad saying some of the worst things, and somehow that's supposed to be your example? And I cannot imagine being his daughter. In 2024, and this YouTube clip came out in 2024, published by Jubilee, where can 25 liberal college students outsmart 1 conservative, where Kirk takes on a bunch of college students. And Kirk said verbatim that yes, he would expect if his 10-year-old daughter was essayed to carry the baby to term. And just like, man, and here's the thing, she will see that clip someday, and they're both going to see all those clips, among other things. Plus, that clip, you know what I'm talking about, but I'll get to that. Their wounds may never properly heal because as they grow up, they'll be constantly reminded of their father's assassination, but not in a way that he was a good person, but more often than not as a conspiracy to silence the alt-right, or in a manner of people using his passing as a justification for political ammunition. It's not good. I just hope that on that day that they see that clip, and you know which one I'm talking about, that they will be afforded the chance to speak to an expert to help them with their grief, with their mental health, with the grief of watching the man that they only knew for a short period of time, for the briefest moments, being taken away. This guy who was supposed to be their father, someone who would protect them at all costs, but instead relegated himself to being the worst kind of grifter. And I don't know the environment that these kids are being raised in, but my biggest concern will be that they are both indoctrinated early on with the expectation that they both continue the legacy of their father as a super conservative figureheads. And I'm just going to say this now, if we see Kirk's kid and Barron Trump run for office in 40 years, I will be pissed. Look, jokes aside, I hope these kids are afforded the chance to be their own people. Not because of, but in spite of what their father was. We've seen kids break the cycle before, and I hope they can too.